Alright. Takeoff and landing. Oh god. Let's see. Alright, so we've got taxiing, takeoff. Yeah, try takeoff? Yes, I shall. I'll do taxi first. Then I'll do takeoff. One essential skill before flying in the sky is to taxi an aircraft. A training session dedicated to familiarise you with rolling and steering an aircraft on the ground. Use the rudder pedals to steer the aircraft. Control rolling speed with throttle and brakes. Taxi to the holding point of runway 21. Let's do it. The rudder pedals are also the braking system. Okay. Alright, so we'll do takeoff next. Okay. Let's go.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed to the rudder pedals.
I will do King of Seas tomorrow. So tomorrow my daughter's got dancing lessons. And so fingers crossed.
Ready? With the
If I ask my
throttle
wife to take her, if I have to take her, then I'll take her. That's fine. But if she asks me, if she asks my wife to take her, and it's at 10:30, which is when my youngest daughter has a sleep.
Okay.
I will get some guilt-free gaming time.
Gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving.
Okay, so we're gonna go that way. All right, so hold A. Right, get some RPMs.
Go easy on your throttle. Use your
Okay.
rudder
Oh,
pedal
God,
to
too
turn
much,
left and enter the taxiway.
Oh geez,
As you
too much.
increase power,
Oh god.
watch the tachometer
Sorry,
and
everyone.
make sure to stay around 1,000 RPM.
1,000.
Now test the brakes. Watch your speed.
X.
Good. Brakes checked.
Okay. I like how the
Taxi to
game
the next
flies
exit,
you
then come
around
to a
real
stop.
world locations. I'm going to
Remember
start
to
playing this
control
with
your
the Fantastic
speed
Street.
with
Yeah, it's
throttle
freaking
and
cool.
brakes.
Like, I want to go to Perth
See the
Airport
crossing
and
in
fly
front
somewhere.
of us? Stop before it as if... Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway.
Oops.
Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes.
Okay,
See the crossing in front of us? Stop before it as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Reach next and hold X to stop. Alright. Getting there. So it's 600 meters away. And like my ideal flight, this sounds dumb, I want to fly Perth to Singapore. How boring is that? But how cool. Okay, a little bit more. Come on. Come on. A bit more. There we go. Get some RPMs up. Oh, come on. A little bit more. Easy. There we go. Oh no, too much speed. Oh, no, that's good. That's good.
All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center marked by the yellow line. And watch your speed. Watch your speed.
I'm trying. I'm braking. I'm pretty sure I'm braking. There we go. Phew. Okay.
After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point and prep for takeoff.
Alright. This is going to be exciting. A little bit more speed. There we go. Oh god.
taxiway center line. You don't want to risk damaging the aircraft. The next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
Oh. Okay, here we go. Oh, boo, gotta see. Okay. Oh, that was filthy. It's a pass though, it's a pass. Okay. So we got takeoff and landing. Okay. Dead stick landing, oh god. Okay, let's just do takeoff first. There is nothing like the thrill of taking flight, a training session dedicated to getting off the ground. Taxi into position on the runway, accelerate to 55 knots before pitching up to takeoff. Maintain 75 knots while climbing to safety at an altitude of 5,500 feet. Okay. During the initial climb, you should maintain the runway heading. Alright. Oh, landing's gonna be filth. Did good for my first try. Thank you, man. Thank you. Trying. I'm nervous about landing, though. All right.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key
using
points
joystick
to
or controller.
remember.
No, using joystick.
First, we
using
always
controller,
take
sorry.
off into the wind, which won't be
I don't
an
know if
issue on a
my
calm day like
Thrustmaster
today.
joystick will work with the
Second,
Xbox. I assume it
before we enter a
would.
runway, we always make sure
But
it's
for now,
clear.
I'm just using
Check
the
to the right to see
controller.
if a vehicle is on the runway, and to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching.
Okay. Clear. Clear.
Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position.
Alright.
Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Oh god, too fast. Fast. Reduce throttle to 0 by holding B. And then brake. Yes!
Excellent. All right, let's do this.
You know, I've got
Apply
Ace
full
Combat
power
7,
and
so
I'll
this
walk
makes
you
me a
through
bit
the takeoff as we
apprehensive when
go.
I have to land. Well, watch me land, watch me fail, possibly, and then you do better than that. Okay, increase throttle maximum power by holding A. No, Ace Combat 7 looks pretty wicked.
Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
Where's my speed? I don't know where my speed is. I feel like I'm going really fast. There it is. Oh god, this feels
Good.
really fast.
Now gently pull back on the yoke.
Jesus. Pull back on the what? Oh, yeah. Let's go. We're at 85 miles an hour. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Pull back on the yoke to take off.
Oh,
And
we're
we're
doing
airborne.
it. We're doing it. Yes.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon.
Okay.
That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Focus
Do I
on
get to
flying straight.
5,500?
Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees.
210.
Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Okay, so we want to go this way. No, 210. We want to go that way. Oh god. 210. We want 5,000. We'll maintain 75. Going a bit fast. And then we want to get 5,500. That's at 70. I'm going to go a little bit faster.
Okay,
No.
5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. That was a nice takeoff.
Whew. Oh, A! Yes, dominating the hard bit. Oh, take off and maintain speed. Yes, I didn't maintain the speed bit. That's freaking bloody good. Off into the wind, wild blue yonder. Hell yeah. Alright. What's the next one? Dead stick landing. Oh, jeebus. What else is there? Landing without elevator. Landing, downwind, first solo. First solo flight. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. 65 knots, righto. Oh man. And what's the bets on how many times I crash this one? They're bouncing. Hell yes. Oh man,
for
here we go.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast.
Okay. I feel like I'm doing really well already. I feel like I've got it right lined up nicely. Good speed. Thanks to all rules. We got this. I feel like I'm off center a little bit.
Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Where's my
flare
height?
Means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing.
Am I aligned
the
with the
main
runway?
landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay, now I'm aligned apparently. It doesn't feel like it. That's alright.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back.
Okay.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Oh.
Nice.
Like a glove.
Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Kind of not in the center line, am I? There we go. I mean, was there any doubt?
I think a bit more practice may
There's
be
no
a
doubt
good
at
idea.
all.
Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
Yeah. See? Oh, that was totally an A. Flare the aircraft. Bring progressively the aircraft nose up. Yeah, that was a bit. I panicked a little bit on that bit. That's fair. Okay. Landing without the elevator. What's an elevator? Focus on throttle for a smooth approach. Okay. In this training session, you will be placing conditions that will allow you to focus on the throttle to manage the glide path on the final approach. Manage glide path on the final. Flare the aircraft to touch down smoothly. Brake after landing. All right. Let's see. Get my flare on. You should land on the main two wheels first. Okay. This is the kind of game that makes you want to get proper, a proper flying setup. I'd love to be like pushed forward on the.
I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only.
Okay.
Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
So we're aligned with the runway. Am I in control of up and down? I don't think I am. No, I'm not. I just got to align up. Okay, so they're doing the up and down. I'm lining up me with the center line? Must be.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Alright, how? Do I do that? How do I do that? Elevator. What is an elevator? Where's my sticky notes? What's an elevator? I feel like there's not enough speed.
Reduce throttle to idle.
Okay.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back
rough,
slightly
right?
on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
That was a little rough. But my teeth are still there, so it wasn't that jaw chattering.
That was excellent.
Excellent. See? Hey. I thought that was pretty rough, actually. But I lose points. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'll take that. What else we got? I got to do my first solo flight. That's what I got to do. Yeah, what goes up must come down. In this training session, you will focus on the key techniques for successful landings. Manage speed and glide path on the final approach. Flare the aircraft to touch down smoothly. Okay, so flaring means pull up a little bit. Brake after landing. Okay. Look at that landscape. So good. I wonder if pilots ever get sick of seeing that. Probably not. It's probably awe-inspiring every flight. Alright.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece.
Right.
Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
I need to learn what 10 feet is on my instruments. Approach is good. Like we're going really slow. Oops. No. Okay, so that's okay. So you do have to line up yourself with the line. There we go. All right. Good speed. Let's see. Oh. Oh, we're going to maintain. Okay, got to be a bit fast. Here we go. A little bit. Okay. Coming in. Okay, so maybe those two white dots are what I need to kind of aim for. And then slowly
reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
That was better.
Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Get the hang of this.
That was excellent.
Woo! Oh yes. Hey, yeah. Now, oh wow. Yeah, so it's all about the control. So if I had something just slightly more sensitivity, good enough to try landing at night, you reckon? You reckon? Shit. Airliner training, look out. Let's go back over here. Okay. Alright, solo flight, I think. Nope. Downwind. Oh, downwind. Okay. Let's see. Perform from downwind leg to final approach. Once established in downwind along the runway 21 at 6,000 feet, start to prepare. Oh, wow. Okay, so I've got to go that. Oh, geez. So I've got to do the turn and then approach. Okay. Start to prepare for the landing by reducing speed to 80 knots and set 10 degrees flaps. A good distance from the runway is a gliding distance. You can judge by seeing the runway from the cockpit at about half the strut under the wing. Okay, when turning to base leg, reduce power and maintain attitude to fly at 65 knots. When turning to final approach, keep maintaining 65 knots and follow the glide. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. In a left-hand pattern, all your turns will be to the left. Fair enough. 2/3 of the strut of the wing. Oh, is that? Let's see.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. Reduce speed to 80 knots. Maintain constant altitude and heading. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag.
Okay.
This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current altitude.
How do I do flaps? Ah.
We're gonna fly past the end of the runway here. Keep going until you see it at a 45-degree angle behind you. That's your cue to turn
So now
left
I've got to go down to
onto
get
the base
speed.
leg.
Okay. Alright. Reach the end of the downwind. Oh. I turned too soon. Maintained. Oh god. Get some speed. And go back up to 6,000.
Turn left onto the base leg.
Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. We're going to go here to this point. I turned way too early. Am I there? Yep.
Try to maintain 1400 RPM. That'll also keep our speed around 65 knots. Turn left onto final. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Keep a stabilized approach and prepare for landing.
Alright, here we go. Got 1400 RPM, which is about there. Steady, straighten up. This is amazing. Oh my god, this is so cool. Cross, get across. Oh yeah.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
So good. I got white knuckle fever though. That's so cool. Woo.
That was alright. A little more practice will help your accuracy though.
Okay. Maybe because I turned too early. I got a D? Oh, I got a C. That's not bad. I'll take that. Alright.